Hi. Hi, it's me. We're here. We're doing something. So I got, you know, hit, I guess, the download. I don't know what you want to call it. I felt like doing a July message for everyone for the month. So we're doing it. It's gonna be general and it's gonna happen. So as you can see, I have the cards laid out here. We're also gonna have a pick a card situation at the end. So you may want to stick around for that. But first and foremost, so this July reading is for everyone. Hi, hello. For everyone who wants to receive the message, it is here. So we're gonna start with these two cards. They're already opened up. And I start with this because so July is the 7th month of the year, right? And then the year is 2022. Yes. So when you add the numbers 7 plus 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 2, you get 13. So you get 13, and then you add, so this is numerology, right? So when you get 13, it's not yet a master number and it's not yet a single digit. So you add 1 plus 3, you get 4. So I don't know much about numerology, so I'm using that as like my reference to know like the energies we're gonna get. So we got the 4, which is the Emperor. I'm using a different deck, but the Emperor is number 4 in the tarot deck in the major arcanas. And you get the number 4 through the number 13, which is 4. It's the Death card in tarot. And I'm just jumping straight in. Okay, we're just doing it. And I don't know why I don't know. Okay, anyway. So we get the number 4. We get the Emperor through the number 13, through the Death card. So you get the energy of the Emperor through death. What is the Emperor? The Emperor is, in here, it's depicted as also the King of Swords. So there is this sort of decisiveness, this decisive energy that comes with the Emperor, right? So the Emperor knows what he wants. Archetypes. The Emperor knows what he wants. He knows how to get what he wants. And with the King of Swords also has a very clear intention, like clear cut. There's a sword here. He knows which things are important and which are bullshit, right? So that's the energy of the Emperor. And you get that energy through death. So death is this, it's something it's not a literal death, but it's more of like things need to pass. There's something that needs to be moved on from, right? I wrote this in one of my weekly readings before, just a few weeks ago, if you follow me on Instagram. And it's like, you can't unburn something that has already burnt, right? So there's this clear decisiveness of, if I want this old habit of mine to die, I'm gonna have to make an effort to keep it dead, stay dead, right? So if there is this clear decisiveness, the clear decisiveness to do something comes with the clear death of not doing of doing the thing that is no longer relevant in the life that you want to live. So that's sort of the energy. It sounded so much better in my head. When I start speaking, I need a dictionary. But anyway, I hope that I'm getting the message across, right? So in order for you to become the own emperor of your life, to be this ruler of your own life, you have to make sure that there is this clear decisiveness of, okay, this habit of mine, I'm gonna kill it and it's gonna stay dead. This habit, this unhealthy habit of mine. And that's sort of energy that we're working with. So it's kind of like the month where these themes are showing up. How decisive are you in terms of wanting a better life for yourself? And what are you willing to do? What are you willing to kill off? Which parts of you are you willing to kill off in order to have this wonderful amount of control in your own life, in your own thoughts, words, and actions. So that's basically the energy that we're playing with for this month. Okay, and with that, we're gonna start here. So, 1 major theme of the month, 2 possible things that can happen, 3 practical steps you can take to make the most out of this month, and 1 card for each week. What's gonna happen? Okay, so I'm just very shocked at how fast I'm going right now. Okay, so 1 card to signify, really, in addition to what I just said about the Emperor and the Death card, what energies are we working with this month in July? Ace of Wands. So there is this spark. I always associate the Ace of Wands with this spark, right? So it's starting something new. It's starting something that you're very passionate about. Maybe it's not something very completely new, but it's more of it's been in your mind, and now it's like there's this like spark of you. Okay, I'm gonna start this now, and there is this there's this very childlike energy that I'm getting from this card, wherein it's not very serious in the sense of you're allowing yourself to make mistakes. You're allowing yourself to be a noob, be a novice in this thing, you know? And that's just a very beautiful type of energy of you're allowing yourself to try this out, and you don't know where it's gonna go, but maybe something will work out from that. And that's the energy that we're having here. So that's a major theme. And if you feel like you want to start something new, if you want to feel like, okay, this is the month we're gonna do it, or suddenly you wake up one day in July and it's like, I want to try this out, then just try it out. You don't need to make a huge plan out of it. Maybe the thing that will sabotage you the most will be planning. I'm really getting this energy of just try it out. Just try it out. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, then bye. And this energy may come up a lot of times during the month. So just keep a playful, open, and curious type of energy here. Like what I'm doing here in this reading. Like, I did not plan this. It just happened. I literally just thought about it like a few hours ago, and now I'm doing it. I just took a bath and now I'm doing it. And I don't know if I'm going to continue doing this, but it's fun. So just trying it out, right? So that's like the energy that we're working with. 2 things that can happen this month. I'm just going to put it here. I'm going to start with this one. 6 of Coins. Ooh. You may be receiving something very wonderful from someone, from either from the universe or someone to whom you did like a good deed to, right? Maybe you helped a friend before, and then they're like, hey, you helped me out before, I can help you out with this thing. Like, oh wow, thanks. Or maybe you lent someone money, they're gonna give it back. But there is this reciprocation. That's what I'm getting here. And it's like you made a lot of effort giving, and you're being a good person. I hope you're being a good person. Are you? Tell me if you are. Then congratulations. But it's more of, you're just doing your thing. You're just being a good person, or you're communicating very well with the universe, your energy, and you're doing lots of work for your energy to be clean and clear, and you're going to receive some of that wonderful things back as well. And it's like you're not doing it to receive, but you're just, you're just doing it. And then you have some wonderful gifts. There's this universal law, right? It's like equal or more, and you're going to get something very wonderful. Possibly. Possibly. This one, I hope you are. I hope you're gonna get beautiful things this month, by the way. And the flip side of this is that if you have been, not so, how do you say this? And I'm not saying that if you haven't been so kind, but it's like, if you haven't been very clear about your energy, if you've been wishy-washy about your energy, you may receive a sort of, hey, wake up call from the universe of like, hey, this is the energy that you've been giving out. Are you sure? Are you sure that this is the energy that you want to receive? But because this is what you've been giving out. So if you put out indecisiveness, you receive indecisiveness. Or like, if you put out like, oh, I don't want, it's like this. It's like, if you say that, oh, I don't want a boyfriend yet. And then like, you secretly want to, but like, you're showing that you don't want it. That's a very, it's not very clear, the energy. You want to, but then you say you don't want to. And then in July, you're like, maybe you notice that all of your single friends are suddenly in relationships or are dating, and you're like, universe, why don't I have a jowa yet? And you're like, girl, whatever your preference is, like, girl, whoever you are, like, keep your energy clear and we'll give you what you want. So there's this thing here of make sure your energy is clear, because if it's not, then the universe will show you just how unclear your energy is. But if your energy is clear and you've been doing things with clear, clean energy, then it will come back to you wonderfully. There. So that's a possibility. Again, I'm not saying that this is set in stone. Ang mga barahay gabay lamang. And then we have the High Priestess. So another thing that may possibly happen this month, I'm not gonna speak in absolutes, but something that may happen this month is you receiving some very, very important information. Maybe from your dreams, I am seeing that, or maybe there is this, just a thought. A thought comes in and it starts to like germinate inside your mind, and it's like, oh, this is beautiful. Maybe I can do that. And this is something that is going to be beautiful for you. Or maybe you get to communicate with someone who is speaking from this very clear, they were like sent to you to be the channel. Sometimes we receive very beautiful information from other people, and that's because that's part of their role in our lives. So maybe you get to meet someone who says something and it just like clicks for you. Maybe you start to follow someone on Instagram and they share this post, and then it's like, oh my god, that is exactly what I have been wanting for so long. That's the message, and it just, all of the puzzle pieces just click into place, and you're like, yes. And then you're like enlightened. That's the vibe of the High Priestess that we're getting. And also just like very much opening yourself up to different types of information, and different types of information that there's a book here, yes, but also just like it's like a non-verbal thing. Maybe you will get it in dreams, or maybe you're just walking around one day, boom, it's there. Or maybe it does, just you get information. Those are the possible things that can happen. And I feel like they're being highlighted because these are very significant things. So with the Six of Coins, it's like very clear, like how clear your energy has been the past few weeks, right? You're going to get a very clear answer on that. And then with the High Priestess, you're going to get very clear information on how to move forward wonderfully with your life, right? Okay. 3 practical steps, practical pieces of advice that you can do, practical action steps that start with, just gonna there. This first one is the 7 of Coins. So the 7 of Coins is like, make a promise with yourself. Make a very sincere promise with yourself of, this is how I want things to be. This is the type of life that I want to live. Right? Just make that promise of, this is the type of life that I want to live, and I want to do whatever is possible to be able to live that life. in the soonest possible time. So it's like, just make that promise to yourself, and make sure you keep that openness to be like, hey universe, tell me how I can do that. So you don't it's not about like, I want this type of job with this type of salary and this, like, I want to live here like that. It's more of, how do you want your day to go? If you're working a corporate job, like how many hours a day? And then what do you do on the weekends? How do you spend your mornings? Are you meditating in the mornings? Like, just that type of, imagine a day in your most perfect day, and then write it all down, maybe to the hour if you want to do it by the hour, and then make a promise to yourself that I want to do what I can to make this type of lifestyle possible. Universe, can you help me? There, that's something you can do. Another thing you can do is the 9 of Coins, which is bask in gratitude. Lots of things are happening in the world right now, and it may be very difficult to find things that you are grateful for, simply because it's just a lot of shit happening, right? There's just so many things, but it's really, really important that you look at your life and see and acknowledge the things that make your current life, if not the best life possible, just, more bearable than most days. So being grateful for something as small as maybe you got your coffee for the day, right? And even if you get your coffee every day, just being grateful for the coffee and for what it does for you. Or being grateful that you slept comfortably on a bed. These things, just like list them down, or you just say it out loud. When you get your coffee, like, thank you, Lord. Thank you, universe, for this coffee. Really grateful for that. And just, move forward with your day with that type of attitude of like really noticing the things that make life cool for you. Okay? And then the last one here for practical things that you can do for the month is judgment. This is gonna be, I think, a bigger challenge than the last. I know that this is already a challenge, this can be a challenge, especially keeping it up as often as you can every day. This one is more of awareness. We talked about death and the emperor at the start of this video, and the main message there was, if you want the type of decisiveness to be able to live the life of your dreams, it's very important that you're also decisive in what you want to cut out of your life. And judgment is showing that in order to know which parts of your life or which parts of you you're gonna cut up and let go of, you have to be aware of them. So being very aware, or not very, but being more aware of your habits, your belief systems, your personal narratives in your head, that's gonna be very helpful for you if you can be more aware of that. I think that I'm gonna end it there. So just be more aware of your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Be more aware of that, and like, especially if you feel like you're starting to spiral into an old habit, again, just like be careful and be more aware of that, so you know which parts of you to cut off. There. 1 card per week for this month. So just week 1, 2, 3, 4. Week 1, July, week 1, 10 of Wands. Any stresses or any responsibilities that are from June, it's, you're gonna wrap them up this week. And I just noticed the fruits here. So I don't know. Can you see it there? There are fruits here. If you can see it. So you're gonna see fruits of your labor, especially results of your hard work from June, especially. So you can look forward to that. And at the same time, it's like there's gonna be a definitive like, whew, this is done. I can take a rest. I can take the weekend off, and I can enjoy some fruits of my labor. That's very wonderful. Let me know what happens then. Muntik na tong malaglag. Okay. Week 2 of July, we have the Page of Cups. Ooh, maybe week 2 is when you get, this Ace of Wands energy we talked about. Page of Cups. Discovering something that you may want to try out. Finding your passion in doing something. Yeah, you're gonna get there is this possibility of getting really passionate about something and wanting to try something new and something different. And non-committal, I'm getting here with the bunny. It's very non-committal, but at the same time with this red string, there's sort of like this fate, destiny aspect to it, which I'm kind of reading as you're kind of meant to try it out. And you're meant to try it out in a very non-committal, fun, curious type of way. If it sticks, great. If it doesn't, you learn something from it. So there. That's the energy of the second week. So there. Third week, we have Death. Ooh, she came out. So, going with more of the energetics of the month, this is where you're probably going to see, I have this habit that I really want to cut off. I really want to not make it a habit anymore. I want to change the narrative for me. That's where this is going to come up. That whole situation. So there. Again, if you want a different life, you're going to have to be decisive of these things that you want to cut off. The parts of you that you want to metaphorically cut off in order to have the life that you want. Okay? And then the last week, 8 of Coins. 8 of Coins, 4th week of July. There is this type of discipline that comes with changing your narrative, with changing the whole life that you're living right now in order to live the type of life that you want. There is this discipline aspect to it. So it's like this. If you want to exercise every day, for example, if you notice that you're being very unhealthy and you're just lying down or sitting down for almost the entire day, and you want to incorporate more movement into your everyday, it's gonna take some amount of discipline in order for you to make the habit stick. Okay, because it's very easy to fall back into old habits when you haven't really established the new one. So there is this sort of there is this aspect of, I kind of I want to make a new habit stick. In order to do that, it's going to be very important for you to incorporate some discipline in it. And sometimes that may not be very enjoyable, but maybe you can find ways for it to be more enjoyable so that you're not, it's your life, it's how do you make your life very beautiful. It's gonna take discipline, but it doesn't have to be this type of discipline wherein you're running yourself dry, or you're doing things that you really don't want to do. You're like hurting yourself in the process. That doesn't have to be the thing, right? So but there is this discipline that is almost required for you to be able to make a new habit stick. Okay? So there, and wow, I took time. I thought I was going really fast, lots of cards. Okay, so this is the point wherein I will go ahead and do a what's this? A pick a card for just 3 piles, and yeah, it's gonna be just a pick a card for like if you want a more specific message for you for the month. Okay, so these are the cards for the pick a card. So you just choose number 1, number 2, or number 3 for a more personalized message for this month. I'm gonna give you time. You can pause. There. So just make sure that you're choosing which one you feel has the message for you. You can choose one or more, or if everything resonates. I don't know if it will, but choose 1 or 2 or 3. You decide. Okay. So I'm going to start with the first one. The first one is the 8 of Cups. Yes. So the 8 of Cups is saying that if you really feel like in your bones level that it's time for you to move on, then go do it. Even if it's uncomfortable to do so. You know, like if you feel that where you are right now isn't for you anymore, maybe it was for some time, right? But right now you're just not seeing any growth. You're not, it's no longer giving you any excitement, or you're not getting motivated, and even the whole discipline thing is hard because there's just nothing there for you anymore. Then give yourself the grace of an exit. You don't have to stay in one place forever simply because you've been there for the longest time and it's comfortable for you. If you really feel that there's nothing there for you anymore, then also have the courage and love for yourself to say goodbye to it. Okay? And then the Divine Feminine Oracle for you is Sarah La Kali, Queen of the Outsiders. I have arrived. I am where I will always be, in love. There. So that's for you. Number 1, pile 1, card 1. Number 2, we have the 4 of Swords. I'm like confused now. Give yourself rest. Give yourself the time and the grace to rest and to since the lamb here has their third eye very much activated, I'm also getting this message of lessening distractions, lessening your consumption of media. I think is going to be important for you. So maybe you have been too what do you call this? Like too consumed by everything that's been happening around the world. You just can't put down your phone or your laptop and you're just looking at the latest news and all of that stuff. You're scrolling through Instagram a lot. Give yourself time to rest, even if it's just an hour a day of no media whatsoever and just you resting. That's not sleep, right? Or if you can give yourself, like if you cook your meals, give yourself the time from when you start to cook, start to prepare ingredients to the time that you finish washing your dishes. Give yourself the time of no media, maybe not even music, if you want to go that far. If you just feel very distracted and like your mind is on overdrive and you feel your head hurting from all of the media that you're consuming, it's time for you to just give yourself time to rest, okay? And then your Divine Feminine Oracle is Shekinah. I hope I said that right. The presence of the Divine Feminine. At the center of everything there is light, and I am that light. Yes. It's so interesting how also like there's light here. Third eye. Okay. Last one. We have pile 3. You have the Emperor. Ooh. you have the card for the month. So the Emperor, again, being very decisive and being very tall and firm with your decisions despite whatever is happening around you. Like, yeah, I'm just getting that. Like, being very firm in yourself and in your decisions and in the ways in which you want to grow and live your life. And especially despite where you are right now. So you may not be able to choose where you are right now, but you can choose how you want to grow or how you want to be and stand and do all of that, how you want to be as a person in this space. You can choose that. And it's very important for you to be very decisive in that. Regardless of where you are, you can still grow and act and be in the ways that you want. You still have control over your own thoughts, words, and actions. So use that power of yours very well for the month. Okay? And then your divine feminine oracle is Rabia. I hope I said that right. The queen of saintly women. I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. There you go. There you go. So that's it. That is my July reading for everyone. I hope that we all got something wonderful from it. It's a lot for I can't summarize it in one sentence. But anyway, I hope you have a wonderful month ahead, everyone. And yeah, share your stories if you want to in the comments. Follow me on Instagram. I'm there a lot. And yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do this next month. It really depends. I'm starting to embrace my nature. So there. Anyway, I hope you liked the video. I hope that the messages resonated, and I hope to see you soon. Yeah, if you want to book a reading with me, check my Instagram. I think that's the best place to communicate with me. Okay, there. Bye. Bye-bye, everyone. I'll see you next time.